Hello everyone, my name is Denise. In case this is your first time here, today's video is going to be all about first impressions. I'm going to be trying a couple new things. But before we get into the video, if you could please subscribe to my channel down below. Second thing I do want to announce is that from now on, I'm going to be uploading every Tuesday and Thursday on this channel. The first thing I'm trying out is going to be the E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer, which is supposed to be a dupe for the Tarte Luminous Silk. So this is how much I got. I'm going to put it on my forehead first and kind of just rub in the product. This is what it looks like. It's is off pink a word? Because if it is, and it's off pink. But it's pretty much like a creamy light pink color, almost kind of orangey. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not white. For sure, it's not white. It's supposed to be universal primer. Another new thing I have is going to be foundation. And I do have the Juvia Place foundation. I've heard it's like super full coverage and I definitely wanted to set out. I'm going to be checking for like my freckles, and I don't have any like super red blemishes or anything. Well, I have this one here a little bit. I don't know what else to test it on, so I think I'm going to color correct just to see how well that is being covered up. And the one I'm using is this one from Revlon. It's the Photo Ready color corrector. I don't know what the color is. It just says 030, but it's like a peachy color. And I'm gonna put it right here. And on this side as well. And then I think I'm going to use my fingers, yeah. And then blend it in. So for the foundation, I got number 510, which is Aruba. I originally picked up Ibiza. I think it's 530, and it was way too light. I thought it was going to be a little bit darker, but it wasn't. So I returned it, and I got this one. So this is what the foundation looks like. It reminds me of like a tiny hand cream. I don't really like that it comes in a squeezy tube. I kind of get how this works, because if you drop it, then you know it's not gonna break, because I've broken quite a few foundations that way and they weren't cheap. On the box it says it's matte, so I'm only gonna apply like a section at a time, because if it's matte it'll probably dry pretty quick as well. Damn, it is pretty full coverage. And it is definitely matte. I can already see it on my skin. Even though I returned Ibiza, I didn't actually get to super test it out, because I just picked it up, honestly. I grabbed it at Ulta, I saw it to the back of my hand, and it looked like it was going to be great for me. And then I got in the car, and I was like, let me swatch it on my chest, because I only swatched it on my arm. And that did not work. So I had to like go back in right away, and it was a good thing I hadn't left the parking lot yet. And I returned it before I even got to really try it. The way this is setting is giving me like Fenty vibes. I know some people say like it's demi matte on them, but I have dry skin, so for me this feels matte. Okay, and I'm back. I went ahead and put it all over my chest. I might take off the necklace just because it's reflecting the light really bad. But anyway, I also have some like new concealers to try, and it's not like super new, but they are new to me, and it's the Makeup Revolution, what is it called? Conceal and Define concealers. I picked them up in shades 8.5 and 6.5, which is light medium with yellow undertones, and then medium with yellow undertones. But honestly, I think that the light medium is too light. I don't like a super highlighted under eye anymore, so I'm probably going to go in with 8.5. And it still seems pretty light. I don't know what to do. I might just go in with the Shape Tape concealer. Yeah, I'm gonna just go in with Shape Tape. It's in the shade I always wear, which is 34S, and that's gonna be medium sand. So even this, I feel like, is a little too light. So I'm going to take that same sponge, but I'm going to take this other side. Like, this side has all the foundation, and this side has a little bit of foundation, but it'll work. I'm going to blend out the chin first, because I always forget. If you see me staring off into the distance, or like to the side, is because it's where I have my mirror. And I don't want it to be taking up half of the screen, filming area, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I don't know if it's the concealer, but I'm definitely gonna assume it's the foundation. But I'm having trouble blending out my concealer right now. Like, I'm hitting my forehead harder than I probably should. My concealer is clinging onto the foundation. So let me take a brush. It's like my favorite for situations like this, and it's the Zoeva 142, which is what I use for my nose contour, but it's clean now, so I'm gonna use it for this. Okay. This foundation is pretty matte on my skin and a little drying, so I might skip out on setting it, but I might set it just very lightly. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to be setting my under eye. And as per usual, it's going to be with my Hourglass powder. I do have a new powder I'm going to try, I wanted to try, and it's this one from Makeup Revolution, but I don't want to risk it in case it's like too matte or too drying. So I'm going to take this brush from E.L.F. and just put it in my under eye area. And I'm going to just, whatever's in the cap, I'm going to pretty much take that, tap it off, and then place on my under eye. And do it again. And then my eyelids. And then whatever is on the cap, again, I'm going to pick up and just lightly put it all over my face. But I don't like the way that's feeling, so I have this one from BH Cosmetics. It looks a little too big, but I'm trying to set my whole face with a little bit of powder. I think this is gonna work. Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna work. Actually, let me bake my nose, and I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution powder for that, just in case it is like pretty dry, but it doesn't matter because my nose is super oily. There's like this tiny bit on the cap. I'm going to take that and put it all over my nose. I don't like the opening of this powder, to be completely honest. I wish it was a little bit wider so I can dump some in the cap. I don't know. I feel like it's too small. I'm going to let my nose bake while I do my eyeshadow. For the eyeshadow palette, I'm also going to be trying out something new. It's not like new, but it's new to me because I never got my hands on it when it first came out. Let me show you what it is. And it's the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. And here are all the colors it has. I don't know what colors I'm going to be going in, but for sure I can tell you this one right here is already calling my name. I'm going to take this one from Sigma. It's the E25. I'm going to take Baja and put it all over my lid. It's pigmented for sure. This color is more orangey than I thought it was going to be, but now I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to go into Riff. Blend it in right in the crease. It's a little bit of a taupey color. I do want to wear winged eyeliner today, but before I keep moving on, let me dust off my nose. I'm back. I went ahead and also put on my eyelashes and did my eyebrows. Kind of just everything regarding the eyes I did while I went and did my eyeliner. So I picked up this contour palette from Makeup Revolution, and it's the Iconic Lights and Contour Pro. It's like this. These are supposed to be highlights at the end. I already swatched them and they're not great. This is supposed to be like a white or silver, and it's very like chalky. You can barely, okay, now you can see some sheen to it, but I didn't really like it when I swatched it. And this is supposed to be more of like a golden kind of color. And I feel like they're like pretty dusty. The silver one has more shine to it, whereas this gold one kind of just feels like chalky to me. These other four are all like contour shades or whatever. And I think I'm going to go on with this one. I feel like, honestly, they all kind of look the same to me, except for this one. I'm going to go in with this one over here because it's a little bit darker than the rest. And I'm going to be using the R14 from Morphe. It's got some bronzer on there already. I'm not expecting this to be very pigmented because of how the highlights performed. But let's see. One tap. Okay, they're alright. But I really had to dig in there for it. Okay, this is a whole lot better than I expected it to be. I'm going to be using this brush from Estetica. I got this in a BoxyCharm box, I think like last May. And at first, I didn't think I was going to ever use it, but I realized it's great for like bronzing. For blush, I'm going to be using Luminoso from Milani as per usual. And for highlight, this is also new. It's going to be a new product for me, but I'm pretty sure it's been on the market for a while now. And it's this highlight from Wet n Wild, and it's in the shade Golden Flower Crown. For lips, I'm going to also be trying something new. It's like a new product, but it's a new one. It's a NYX lip pencil, and I got the color Nude Beige. It's still in the shrink wrap. It's going to take forever to take off. I can already feel it. So this is the one I picked up. Let's see it. Come on, focus. It really isn't showing up. I feel like I'm like pressing onto my lips. There's no way this is the same color my lips, but for some reason it's just not showing up. I can kind of see it, but I don't know if it's just because like from where my lips are like a little bit swollen and red from how hard I'm having to push down on it. I have one of the NYX lip pencils, but honestly I feel like this one isn't very creamy compared to the other one that I have. I don't know where it is. It's in here somewhere. Okay, I give up. I'm just going to use another lip pencil. I'm going to be using this one from Milani. It's in the shade, number 3, Nude. Okay, and for lip color, or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to be using this one from Colourpop. It's a collab from iluvsarahii and Colourpop. It's in the shade 951, and it's a satin lip. That noise in the background is my dog, who wants attention right now. So let me hurry this up. Pixie, please wait. Ma'am, please wait 5 minutes while I finish my lips, please. This is my little baby Pixie, and she really wants attention right now. She looks so fed up with the world today. Do you want to go outside? Yeah, she wants to go outside. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I just took my dog outside, and honestly I'm done. I just need to set my face, and for that it's also a new product. It's the E.L.F. Dewy Setting Mist, which I'm definitely going to need because this foundation dried pretty matte. Even though it's matte, I actually like the way it looks on my skin. I hardly ever like the way matte foundations look on my skin, but that one looks really good. I don't know if it's like because of the primer that I used, but this foundation isn't emphasizing my pores. They're there, but they're just not emphasized like with other foundations. As far as full coverage, I definitely feel like you can get full coverage. I used not that much on my actual face. I know I used more foundation actually on my chest than I did on my face, but it feels fine. I'm going to be using the E.L.F. Dewy Setting Mist Spray. That hit my nose. And it smells really good like coconuts. But it smells like a blue coconut slushy. Anyway, this is a completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video. And yeah, remember, I upload on Tuesdays and Thursdays from now. Wait a minute. I didn't tell you guys how I feel about any of the products. So let me go over that really quick. The setting spray, I like. I don't feel like my skin looks super dewy or anything. I'll just look a little bit dewier in a second because it needs time to set. The pencil from NYX, the lip pencil, I didn't like at all. I don't know if it's because of the shade that I got that it just like doesn't show up on my lips. So it might just be like one of those hit or miss products. This putty primer I actually really enjoyed, but I'm gonna have to be trying it out a little bit more just to see how it works, because when I put it on my face it didn't feel very silicone-y, nor did it feel moisturizing. It kind of felt like a mix of the two, which reminded me a little bit of the other E.L.F. primer that I have, the Lit From Within one, just in a different kind of form. The highlight, yes, I did like the highlight because it, from what I can tell, it hasn't accentuated any of like my bumps or anything, and it's not super intense, which is kind of weird for me to say that I like a highlighter that's not super intense. But I'm worried about highlighter. I generally don't use highlighter. I usually skip out on it. The palettes. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette I really liked. I only used 2 shades though, so I'm definitely going to be playing with it more. Like these greens on the side, I'll definitely be using for my school's homecoming, and probably just give them a try. I didn't try any of the shimmers, but I'm going to be playing with this palette more. From the 2 shades that I used, I really liked it. This palette, honestly, if I could, I would pop out this shade and just put it like in a Z palette or something. It wasn't like out of the world wow, and for a contour palette I feel like there's not enough different shades of contour, if that makes sense. I feel like this one for everyone kind of just isn't cutting it. This one, and as far as I can tell, it's okay. I don't know, I'll use it on my nose, but I'm gonna try it some more on its own, see what I like about it. The foundation, I actually pretty liked. I'm gonna try it again. Even though it's matte, I'm actually really liking this foundation. And also, it worked really well on my skin. Like, it looks so smooth and nice. So if you ever want to put on your skin, go for it, girl. It's gonna look great. Those were all my products. The things that definitely stood out to me the most were the eyeshadow palette and the foundation. I'm actually surprised, really surprised I like this foundation because, like I said, it is matte and I tend to stay away from matte foundations, but this one looked really good on my skin. It still looks really good on my skin. Probably found that one matte foundation that I really like. Bye guys, thank you so much for your support.